Pappa? That's a question I've had on my mind for many more days than there are nights. And for many, that would be a scary, lonely thought. However, for me, it is one of utmost comfort. This indefinitely intangible question has been intertwined with the inner workings of my enormous mind, and I finally believe it is time I dismiss myself of this damning and painful purgatory of unfamiliarity and despair. Hello all, my name is Henry Gibb, and I'd like to address the allegations now before they commence. I'm not reading from any script, but instead am visually stimulating my cordial larynx in plain view for you all. So who is Pappa? I want to assure you now, I do know the answer to this question, but I believe it is important I first take you on the same journey I took to come to my very intellectual and savory conclusion. So please, follow along as I explain to you a story more bizarre than fiction could ever dream of being, because after all, real life is oftentimes full of unpleasantries and mysterious, fiery enigmas only comprehensible after the near decades worth of research I have conducted on the human psyche. And I only feel the need to mention this for your own good, as I do not truly believe anyone other than I could have cracked this cold case. And honestly, it was one of the easiest things I've ever done. It was so simple. I feel I must have been hand-selected by the universe. I don't believe there is any other way this could have come to be in the ways in which it has. I don't believe that there is any other way that this could have come to be in the ways in which it has. I feel utterly compelled to fulfill your every need. I want to be your happiness. I want to be your forever after, but I am afraid the after is less certain than the truth of this case before I got my drippy little slimy nose on it. I apologize for getting carried away, but I'm simply an energy field the creator reached for me that will allow me perpetual access to. Anyway, I will now be explaining to you the process in which I used to narrow in on my suspects. I believe, with my whole warm, full, juicy heart, that Pappa Roger is still among us and living off our energy sources from the U of I case discussionary group, contained entirely on Facebook and managed by Meta, respectively. I don't believe the answer to this question is anywhere near as simple as the internet and mainstreaming media have made it out to be. Brian was busy driving across the country to visit his dad at a Thai food park-in movie theater. So I immediately had doubts about his involvement in any Facebook activity, which then led me to the first process I created in order to appropriately and efficiently vet all potential suspects with 100% accuracy and understandability. And for the sake of simplicity's sake, I will be using the name I believe we are all familiar with in order to explain how I ruled out my earliest and most obvious potential suspect in being Pappa Roger himself in the flesh and reality. Aficionado of the U of I case discussionary group. What could she possibly have connecting her to the Pappa Roger Facebook account, though? Well, it's simple. She has potential interest in growing the group, and what better way than conducting a deep, multi-layered co-conspiracy to inflict thoughts onto others that Brian may be in the group himself in the flesh and reality. She also conveniently garners the last name Smith, coincidentally one of the last names that is most common, one of the surnames that is the most common in all of the global landscape. Let that sink in. However, it is quite obvious Selena is a real living human being in the flesh and reality who has absolutely no connection to the Pappa Roger Facebook account and profile discussion on the documentary. But more importantly, I do not feel it's true, but I always trust my gut instinct. Another important suspect I believe can be crossed off my list fairly immediately is Brian Thornberry. First of all, we should begin with what led to him being a suspect in this case in the first place. First of all, Pappa Roger's profile picture looks a lot like Brian. Even if you have your eyes open, it is still pretty obvious to the normal, average, everyday person. Alongside this provided information, I might feel the need to add alongside it that he may appear to be wearing a Moscow hat. And I haven't researched this claim with full authority yet, or what it means. I just saw an important posting about it earlier today in the U of I case discussionary movement. Moving forward though, I also found his comments about an alleged possible sheath long before it was mentioned by law enforcement authority officers to be fairly telling as well as concerning as did most of them. I also decided his strange behavior in the aforementioned group was strange and bizarre and even strange in my opinion. Another very perpendicular potential connection is the fact that Pappa disappeared after the arrest of Brian. And finally and last and most importantly, Pappa was asking questions only the killer would have answers to. But as mentioned prior, I always trust my gut instincts, and I just cannot place all my marbles in a basket that claims something against the wishes of my instincts. So now I will quickly give a rundown of who was immediately run out as alleged possible suspects in this case by these insects. Lulu Marie was immediately ruled out after nearly 48 hours of close consideration to the hard facts in my hands. As Detective Pereira and Janelle Dana were also suspects. All three of these integral group figures have been hereby cleansed and released of any speculation placed onto them by me in this documentary you are currently watching. However, some peanuts in the peanut bag stood out to me as overly ripe and glimmering with imperfections in their supposed stories and interactions within the group, one of which has many times swindled me into providing them with unrelenting love and affection. Philip McCracken, if that is his real name, you have gotten away with no real intense brutal questioning or near torturous levels of information reception techniques. I believe that cannot stand. I've taken it upon myself to investigate you, your life, and everything you supposedly stand for. For I loved you, and now I am questioning it all. In my deep and unruly investigation, I discovered Philip attended an elite university residing somewhere in the southern hemisphere before relocating to the continental United States, and more specifically, Miami, Florida. During Phil's time in Florida, well known to the locals as a pleasant, creepy older gentleman who would oftentimes be found strolling various gardens and locations with high percentages of flowers in comparison to non-flowering natural vegetation. Besides these things, though, nothing out of the ordinary stands out. It appears, Phil had been hiding this piece of his life from us. It doesn't appear to have any correlation or even any causation on my investigation, though. I also feel it is important I note it is very difficult conducting research on Philip, as his name may also potentially be an inappropriate innuendo, but investigation of that claim is still ongoing. Moving on, I found it intriguing how quickly J.T. Miller rose to infamy. Known best for polls and being the town cutie, something didn't sit right down with me about J.T. A quick Google search of his name made it apparent to me he is likely a member of the world-renowned rap duo City Girls, which immediately begs me the question, what would he gain from spending his time polling? His motives are not clear, yet the picture is becoming much less foggy as time continuously moves forward. Could it be possible JT is Pappa? Could Pappa have been this close to us the entire time? Once again, my insects steered me away. And instead pushed me melodramatically into a life or death spiral of consciousness. Ultimately,